Sound hoch. Hallo? Hallo, hallo? 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, everybody's on. Hello everybody. We always have to check a bit techniques, but thank God I have so clever people in the team that we can find and solve any problem until now. So we are a bit late as usual. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm always late. I try to get rid of that, but please Be nice with me. Okay, today is my first day. I can really stretch and work out as I like. And I wanted to do another power yoga show, what we know from Tuesday's group. And we're gonna have some stretching and flexing and some empowerment of different muscles. And it's about strength, focus, and fun. Yes, never forget fun. That's one thing we all have in common. We love to work out with fun. Okay, let's see what it means for you. As you might have seen, we've got a new intro jingle and trailer with a fantastic graphic and animation on it. And we will plan a newsletter once a month that explains what's going on, and we're gonna have a timetable and some perspectives for what's gonna be next month, like soft yoga, restorative yoga, chair yoga. We go in all directions, and we hope we can serve you all wherever you are, whoever you are, and in whatever condition you are. Okay, let's start. Let's start with an easy cat and cow pose. That is just like to keep the spine flexible, to give the first stretch and movements in this basic bone structure we have. So we are standing on our knees. We have the hands on the ground. And let's see that the legs are really straight on the ground and the arms are straight. So I'm not here and not here. So let's try to find a perfect table shape. Then you stretch out your fingers, make long fingers, make a good gap. Press the hands to the ground. And with the first exhalation, we're gonna start just like make a really round back like a cat. So exhale, back to the ceiling. And inhale, let your belly sink to the ground, make a hollow spine. And again, exhale, round back. And inhale, curved spine. Again, exhale, round back. And inhale, make a curved spine. And do it on your own rhythm. Try to synchronize the breathing and the movement. Fully exhalation with the fullest round back. Fullest inhalation with the curved spine, belly showing to the ground. And go on 8 times in your own rhythm, together with your breathing. Try to keep your breathing path normally and try to do the movement after your breathing. And after the 10th time or 8th time, however you like it, try to look over your right shoulder to see your left heel. And look over your left shoulder to see your right heel. And again, other side, right shoulder seeing left heel. And left shoulder seeing right heel. And then go on with these directions and try to give your hip also the chance to always fall in the opposite direction of your view. So give it kind of like a bit more movement, as if the hip almost fell to the ground. And come back to the center. And then open your fingers again. Make a very big hands on the ground and press your palms in the ground and slowly move your body in my direction. See from the side. So slowly move to the front and see where your wrists say stop. Stop a moment and slowly move back. Now turn around your hands. Fingers showing your direction, palms down. And if this is too much, bring your hands close to your knees. So this is the lowest possible stretch of your wrists. If you need some more, you can place the hands a bit more away from your knees, or even lean a bit back, but stop where you feel your wrist is, the horizon of your wrist movement is ending. Wait there a moment. Where's your edge? And hold it a moment. And relax. And finally turn around the hand, top of the hands looking down. Press the fingernails in the mat. And here there's usually no much movements possible, but press even your wrists in the ground. And try to stretch the arms as much as possible. And relax. Sit on your heels, grab your hand, fold your hand, and make kind of like small, really soft circles. Keep your arms up and your shoulders down, and make circles. And even a bit quicker is nice. And stretch your hands up to the ceiling, but don't push your shoulders up. Stretch your arms up and your shoulders down. You see there's a gap between my arm and my ears. Again, arms up, everything up, shoulders up. Arms keep stretched, just shoulders pushing down, hands pushing up. From the side it looks like this. So try to bring your arms behind your ears. Yeah? And try not to bring your head to the front. Tuck your chin and bring your arms behind your ears. And push the shoulders down. Arms behind the ears and shoulders down. Hold it a moment. Keep the posture. I know, it's a strong posture. Even when you tuck your chin, it's a strong posture. Hold it a moment. And deep inhalation. And with the exhalation, turn to the right and drop your arms. Left hand, right knee, right arm behind your back. And slowly twist your shoulders to the right. Don't twist your head too much. It's your shoulder should twist. And then you can look over your right shoulder as well. But your neck doesn't need to turn long. It's your shoulder that needs, it's your upper back. Deep inhalation, exhalation into this posture. And with the next exhalation, come back to the center, stretch your arms up, shoulders down, hold a moment, but don't hold your breath. And with the next exhalation, turn to the left, drop your arms, right hand, left knee, left arm behind your back, and again, twist your shoulder. And the view can just a bit follow. And deep inhalation and exhalation in this spiral, in this turning posture. And with the next exhalation, come back to the center, stretch your arms again, and let it drop. If you have some water with you, help yourself. The next posture is for our shoulders and our back. Our back needs always kind of like support. So let's start with the best posture you can do for your back. It's downward facing dog. I do it from the side today. So your fingers are spread wide. Your toes are pressing in the ground. And then you slowly move up your hip, but keep your legs slightly bent. First inhale, when you exhale, push your chest in the direction of your feet. Try to look through your arms. Try to see your feet. And you can do it 3 or 4 times, always with exhalation. Try to push your chest through your arms. It's the same posture we made in sitting. So arms are behind the ears when you push your chest through your arms. If you have the flexibility with your legs, try to stretch one leg after the other leg. So the heel doesn't have to hit the ground. Yeah? It can hit the ground, but it doesn't have to. It's depending on your stretch and flexibility. So do one leg after time, one leg after another leg, stretching and bending. And don't forget to put your hand and your chest still in the direction of your feet when you do this movement. And with the next exhalation, stretch your right leg up, heel showing to the ceiling. Heel showing to the ceiling, and try to stretch the upper leg. Try to make it very straight. And then your toes looking in your direction. The standing leg as straight as possible. And hold the upper leg even a bit higher. Try to bring the heel closer to the ceiling so you feel it in your right buttocks. Lift your right leg as much as you can. Hold it a moment. And with the next exhalation, make a big step between your hands. And we meet on a lounge pose. Lounge pose means I have a very straight back leg. My toes pressing in the ground. My heel is up. And my front leg is kind of like a straight line, not in a hard angle, right? Straight line to save your knee. This ankle is perfect. So hold a moment. And then keep your left hand, the opposite hand of your front foot. Put the left hand on the ground, and with the next inhalation, stretch the right arm up to the ceiling and look after this arm. Hold it a moment. And slowly bring it back. Now, right hand on the ground, right foot. Inhalation, left arm goes to the ceiling. Hold it a moment. And slowly come back. Put both hands around the foot, and the best is to get out of it. We push the right leg back up again, the one-legged dog. Right leg up behind you, very up high, and on the ground. Change feet. Left foot up, left leg up, very high. Try to stretch the left leg. Stretch the left leg. Heel first, toes are showing in your direction, not going to the side, not hanging. Stretching with the heel, right? And the toes looking in your direction. Hold it a moment. Even try to lift the left leg a bit higher. Feel your left buttocks. Hold it a moment. And with the next exhalation, make a big step with your left foot between your hands, and you're back in lunge pose. Also engage the back leg, really much engaging the thighs, because it helps you for balancing. Hold a moment. And now keep the right hand on the ground, the opposite hand of the front foot, and with the inhalation, bring up the left arm to the ceiling. And look behind. Look after the left arm. Left arm back on the ground. Left hand, left foot on the ground, and the knee and my upper arm are hitting here. Inhale, right arm up. Look after the hand. And hand comes back. Right hand, left hand around the foot. Getting out of this posture, we put this left foot, left leg up again, a three-legged dog. And up, leg, and down. And come on your knees. And sit on your heels. This is a nice heating up for beginning, because we don't want to stretch and twist and turn too much without being warmed up. Then the next posture, we come in a standing position and make a half-size leg step to the front. So not a big step, just a half step. From the side it looks like this. This is just a half step. Both legs are stretched and my My hip is showing to the front. And what I do now with the next exhalation is slowly let my body drop over the stretched front leg, but only as far I can go. And keep the hands on the hips when you go in the forward bending, but don't make a round back. When you make a round back, try to stretch the back and see where you end. Only go so far that you can keep a straight back. So when I go deeper, I have a round back. I don't want that. I want a straight back. So my or your edge in the pyramid pose is where as long your back can remain straight. The back foot, you see, is on 10 o'clock. The front foot is on 12 o'clock. And the hip is exactly parallel to your screen. So not to the side, not to the other side. And what you best do is pyramid is when you bring your body over your leg, try to engage the right hip and push the right hip back. So when you push the right hip back, you can go a bit further to your front leg, right? You can keep your hands on the hip, go a bit more forward, and if you want, you can stretch your arms to the front and hold yourself above the front leg. The latter foot is also pressing in the ground. Keep the hands here. And slowly come up and let the arms fall. Good, let's do the second leg. Left foot goes to the back, we have. Right foot goes to the back. It's again the length of half the length of my leg, or let's take 3/4. See where the hip is, you can feel it with your hands. See that the back foot is on 2 o'clock, front foot on 12 o'clock, hip parallel to the screen. And with the next exhalation, try to bend yourself in my direction and see before your back gets round, stop there. And then you can get some more space when you push your left hip to the back. From the side looks like this. I'm always mixing up feet, sorry. Body over the front leg, the left leg is my front leg. So here it's ending. But then when I push my left hip to the back, I can go a bit further. And then straightening the arms over this front leg and hold a moment. It's a very intense posture, I know. Hold it a moment and come up again and relax. Just bring the feet slightly over your mat. Bend your knees, hold your hands on the knees, and let the shoulders drop to the front, one after another. Yes, drop a bit into this posture. And back. We do another standing posture. This is a very nice one. I like, it's called triangle. Triangle. Let's start with the right foot again. Right foot. Now my step size is approximately the length of my leg. Approximately. So important is that my back foot is on 3 o'clock. My front foot is on 12 o'clock. And when I follow my front heel to my back foot, it's hitting the middle of my foot. So I'm not standing outside and not standing in this direction. Try to draw a line from your front heel to your back foot. And then the hip is showing to the side this time, not to the front. Hip is showing to the side. And then I stretch my arms to the side. Lean a bit forward and let your body sink to the front leg. And then you can hold your hand on your shin, or you can, just like what I love to do, I just like have a straight arm and put my hand against my inner thigh. My arm presses against my inner thigh, and the other arm is the same straight line as my low arm. I show it from the other side. Hold it a moment. This is the length. Front foot, back foot, heels coming to the center, front leg is stretched, heel is showing your direction. Stretch the arms to the side, bring the body a bit over the front leg, and then just let your front arm and your body drop until you have kind of like your hand on your shin or the hand in front of your shin, and press the arm against your leg, and the other arm is up, and the same straight line in the lower arm is. See what's happening? You feel a hip, you feel the side, right? Inhale deeply in this posture, and exhale. Again, inhale deeply in this posture, and exhale. And slowly come up. Bring both feet to the front, stretch your arms to the side, and turn your palms of your hands in my direction, showing to the ceiling, and back. Bring the palms of the hands in my direction, palm showing down, palm showing back, and if you can, try to bring the palm showing up. And relax. Good. Arm showing to the side. Palms turning in my direction, palms turning up, palms turning back. It's only the right arm, left arm remains where it is, right arm turn to the front, right hand looking down, right hand looking back, right hand looking up. And now change your arm. Both arms are now turning in the other opposite direction. And so your shoulders and your body will move a bit too. This is where I think sometimes music could fit, right? Maybe Olivia Newton-John. Let's see. And both palms showing up, and let it drop. And let your arms swing like the wings of a bird. Just give it some relaxation. If you want, you can grab your knees and jump to the center and have some water. We keep standing, we remain in this standing posture. We want to do some balancing. Balancing bestly works on one foot. And don't be frustrated, there are good days and bad days. Balancing sometimes works better when you are standing on wood, sometimes better when you are standing on a mat. I have to stand on a mat, otherwise I'm talking to you without a hat. So, my left leg is the standing leg. I put my hands on my hips, concentrate on my left leg, and I can just like lean my right foot against my left ankle, just to see how's my balancing today. If it's good, then I slowly lift up my right knee and hold my right knee with my hands and drag and pull my right knee as close to my body as possible. And hold it a moment. And inhale deeply into the belly where your thigh presses against your belly. And exhale. Feel that pressure point. And inhale in that point. Then set your knee free. Bring the hands under your thigh. Fold your fingers and stretch the leg to the front. Leg to the front stretching. Toes looking my direction, and try also to straighten your back here. It's not easy, and you can always kind of like drop your foot. Try to keep some balance just for your own training. Keep it a moment. And then get rid of your hands, but keep the leg where it is. Bring the hands up if you like. Hold a moment. Bring the hands to the side. Hold the leg. And then take the knee again and pull the knee to your chest. Hold a moment. Take your hands, bring them under your foot. Thumbs on top of your feet. Fingers are under your foot. Now try to stretch the right leg in your hands in my direction. Hold it a moment. Then pull the knee back behind you, under your right arm. Push it again in this direction and let it drop. Relax a bit. Shake your legs. Make some walking. And the other leg. Good as we only have 2 legs. So, right foot is my standing leg. Put the left heel just on your right ankle to see if it's balancing time or not, right? If not, lean yourself on the wall. Nobody sees it. If you can stand properly like this, get your knee, grab your knee, your left knee, and pull the knee to your chest. And hold it, press it very, very firmly to your chest, to your belly, and deeply inhale into your belly and feel the pressure point where your thigh meets your belly. And then set your knee free, put the hands under your thigh, close to your knee, fold your fingers, and stretch your left leg into my direction. And hold it, and also stretch your back. So the first movement is usually, you have the hands folded under your thigh, then you stretch the leg, and then you stretch your back. You see that? So hold yourself on your thigh and lean back. Hold a moment. And then slowly take your knee against your chest. Hold it a moment. And now pull the hands under your foot. My 4 fingers, my 8 fingers are under my foot and the thumbs on top of my feet. And slowly stretch your leg into your hands. Try that. Stretch the leg as much as you can. Hold a moment. And now bring the knee behind you under your armpit. So push your knee back. Stretch it again. And let it drop. And walk a bit and wiggle your hip. This is intense posture, I know. So, this was very intense hip, leg, and knee postures. We go one more. This is more for your shoulders and for the chest. But let's stand in a firm, straight position. Feet are pressing down on the ground. And when you inhale, you open your chest. And also keep your hip engaged when you open your chest. Don't do this, don't go in a hollow back. So heels pressing down, hip is also engaged, buttocks are engaged. And when you open your chest, just like open your chest and not your spine. With the next exhalation, bring the arms to the front. Left arm is above the right arm. And then your upper arm's hitting and you turn around. See that? I do it from here when I'm sitting. Opening chest. You can also kneel when you want. Opening chest. Left arm above the right arm. And turning around. Okay. Very easy is when the elbows are very down, but now try to lift this arm not to the ceiling. Try to bring it up, 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 And see if you can look under your upper arms onto the mat. Very slowly go up and down. And don't go to the back. Try to bring the arms up, direction of the ceiling. Very good, hold it a moment. And slowly let the elbows sink. Get in a forward bending. Lift your right leg and push your right leg back, straight back. In a forward bending and right leg is back. And now bring this knot, the arm knot, into my direction. Stretch this. Arms coming to the front. Heel, right heel is coming to the back. And slowly come back. Put the foot back and open the arms in your chest again. Inhale, let the arms drop and swing. Very good. The other side, you can still do the balancing. Very good. If not, get on the ground. We can do everything on the ground as well. I'm opening my chest again. Inhalation. Engage your hips. And with the exhalation, you close the arms in the front. Right arm is up. Left arm is below. And circle around. So we have the same structure, right? And here again, try to lift the arms to the ceiling and not behind me. Try to lift everything to the ceiling. Try to stretch it up. Yes, very slow, up and down. And feel your shoulder blades, giving space, finding space. So all these muscles between your spine and your shoulder blades. And also the trapezius is kind of like engaged here. Maybe hear some sound. When first time these muscles have to stretch, that makes another sound. Okay, and we'll also do the eagle posture here. So the next exhalation, you lean in my direction. Try to find out that you can really stand on one leg. And now lift slowly the right leg. Push the right leg back. And bring the arms in my direction. Arms pushing to the front as we did before. Right leg stretching back. Try to stretch to engage your right heel as well. And push the arms in my direction. Very good. And slowly back. Put the foot on the ground. And inhale, chest out. And exhale and drop. Very good. Just to relax everything. We stand on the ground. Inhale, arms going up to the ceiling. And when you exhale, let the arms drop and bring your body in front of your legs. Roll up the spine when you inhale. And arms like wings to the ceiling. And when you exhale, arms swinging down, body over the legs, rolling up vertebra by vertebra until you stand. Bring the arms to the ceiling. And exhale, arms swinging down, forward bend. And inhale, vertebra by vertebra rolling up. Arms swinging up to the ceiling. You can also look to the ceiling if you like. Exhale, arms swinging down, look down, forward bend. And inhale, vertebra by vertebra up. Arms swinging up and you look up. And one last time. Arms swinging down, exhale. Look down, forward bend. And inhale, rolling up spine. And swinging arms to the ceiling. And keep them there. Hold it. Maybe you can see better. hold it, and let it drop. Let everything drop. I bring my arms to the side. And now I roll in my fingers. First, the tiny finger, ring finger, the next finger, index finger, thumb is pressing over my fingers. Both sides. Hold it firmly. Fingers are on the palm, thumb over the index finger, and then just like turn your hands down. Turn your hands up, or the fists. Fist showing down, fists up, fists down. And if you want, you can do circles with your fist. But keep your fingers and your thumb tied together and try to make circles. Maybe if you do a lot of typing or handwork like sewing or writing, you may feel something here. This is a very good posture always to do after handwork. And I'm gonna do a special about these conditions we have when we are sitting on a desk, on a chair. There's gonna be a next season called office yoga. Okay, bring your fingers up to the ceiling, push your arms out, and now suck in the shoulders. You know, the arms are sucked into the shoulders, but not up to your ears. Just like arms out, and now bring back the arms into the shoulder socket. Maybe you see it when I turn around. Arms out, and now you press it together. Yeah? Arms are sucked into the shoulders. And keep it there a moment. Keep it inside your shoulders. Arms out, shoulders in, giants. Arms sucked into the shoulders. Hold it like this. Hold it a moment. Hold it a moment. Is it shaking? Is it vibration in your arms and shoulders? Then you do it right. And let it drop. And bring your arms to the ground and roll your shoulders back and forth. And other direction. Yeah, so here's something. That's good. Now bring your right arm over your head. Grab the left side of your head. Lift your left arm. And the moment you pull your head on your right shoulder, you drop your left arm, and then you push down your left shoulder to the ground and keep the head on your shoulder. You feel a nice stretch here on your left neck side. Hold it a moment. Hold it. And release. Other side. I bring my left arm over my shoulder. Hold my right side of my head. Right arm is lifted. And the moment I pull my head on my left shoulder, my right arm is sinking down. And then my right shoulder is pushing down to the ground. And my head once on my left shoulder. Hold it a moment. Good stretch in your right neck. And relax. Now we do it a bit more in this direction. Right arm over my head again. Left arm is sticking out. Well, maybe I see it show it from the side. Left arm is up. So what we did before is like this direction. And now we go a bit, drag the head slightly to the front, let's say on 2 o'clock, and the arm slightly back. And then you pull your head diagonal, not on your shoulder and not on your chest. Between your shoulder and your chest, look to the side, and the arm is behind you. You should feel kind of like another muscle here that is Slightly stretched, nicely stretched. Hold a moment. And relax. Other side. Left arm is over the head, but not on the side, a bit behind the head. Right arm is sticking out. Also slightly behind you. And then pull your head diagonal on 2 o'clock, let's say, but look slightly to the side. Hard to explain, I hope it's okay. So you're not pulling the head to your chest and not on your shoulder. It's exactly in between. Let's say on 10 o'clock. And the arm is behind you. And when you feel a nice stretch in another part of your neck, then you do it right. But there are a lot of direction options that can feel good. So it's, I'm here. And relax. Turn your head slowly to the right and to the left. Again to the right. And again to the left. And to the center. Put the hands on the right and left side of your knees. Lift your hip. Press the fingers in the ground, and if you can, also lift your knees. From the side it looks like. Hands are right and left side of your knees. You lift your hip and then you lift your knees. So you have kind of like the option to go as high as possible, to give the top of your foot a good stretch. Yeah, try that. Hold a moment if you like. And get back. And do the anti-posture. You're sitting on your toes. So press the toes in the ground and sit on your heel. And also see the pinky one also need a stretch, right? Hold a moment. And slowly lift your knees. And now you sit on your feet. Bring the feet slightly over the mat. Maybe heels are still on the mat. Toes are over the mat. 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Bring the palms together. Put the elbows inside your knees and sit down. Yes, you feel that in your hip. You can slightly move a bit from right to left. Let's say, if you can sit like this, you see my back, my elbows are between my knees. Try to straighten your back. So try to press yourself up. Yeah? This, and press the elbows against the knees so that you can really upright your back. Now you feel it very much intense in your thighs, right? Some people cannot sit with their heels on the ground. No problem. Every second person cannot sit comfortably on the ground with the heels on the ground. They have to keep the heels lifted. No problem. It doesn't hinder you to do the crow pose. Put another yoga mat or something where you can put your heels on. And then you can do it. And then you can stretch your back. It's the same posture, just easier for you. Keep it a moment. And when you make these slow movements, you might feel it in your hip, maybe in your knees. And with the next exhalation, put the hands on the ground in front of you. And when you look down, you see an open triangle. My hands on the ground. Open triangle. My index fingers are crossing in front of me. but just like optically when I follow the line on the ground. And my thumbs are looking in their direction. So I keep my knees very close to my upper arms. And I bend my arms. You see that? Not have straight arms, having bended arms. I press my knees very, very tight into my upper arms, above my elbows. Now I use the tips of my fingers. They get white when they press on the mat. And I lean forward on my elbows, and if you can, try to lift a foot. And if you still feel safe, lift both feet. From the side it looks like this. Hands on the ground, but you have a gap between the hand, right? Hands pressing in the ground, fingertips pressing in the ground, knees are pressing against the upper arms, elbows bent. Then I go on my toes and lean forward, but really keep the knees where they are, as if they are glued to your upper arms. Lean forward and then lift one foot after the other foot, if you like that. And slowly get down again. And we find ourselves in this position again. Stretch your back. Press your hands, your palms. Keep the fingers white. And then turn the hands in my direction. Fingers pointing down. Fingers pointing in my direction. Fingers pointing up. Just like turn your lower arms up and down without moving your upper arms, right? Your upper arms are fixed between your knees and your lower arms can twist and turn. And now stretch your right arm on the ground. And you still keep the contact between your right knee and your right upper arm. With the next inhalation, you stretch the left arm back, very much back, and follow your left hand with your view. Open the left side of your chest. And changing arms. Left arm, knee and left arm, still very much in contact. Inhale, right arm diagonally back, as if it's one line with the front arm. And going back. And if you want, you can put your arms under your thighs, top of the hands facing down, and slowly sit a bit on your arms. And relax. And bring the feet together. Come a bit up with your body. And keep your legs bent. Bring the arms behind your thighs and embrace your thighs and pull your thighs against your chest as much you can. And slowly try to stretch the legs as much you can. So if you lose that, you could kind of like have straight legs, but we don't want that. We keep the contact, thighs and belly and chest as firm and tight as we can. And now try to straighten your legs against this power of your arms. And where it's ending, keep it there a moment. And then slowly sink down with your hip. Keep your arms where they are. Slowly sink down. Keep the arms in the gap between your thighs and your calves. So you're sitting in the air, but you're sitting on your arms, right? You see that? Hold a moment. And get out of it again. Put the fingers on the ground. And do again. One leg after another leg, stretching and bending. If you can, keep your fingers on the ground. As you know, you always have a block to put everything on to make it easier. Huh? Make it easy enough that you like it, but don't make it too easy that you get bored. And if you've done everything, just like let your hips slowly sink. Imagine a chair, kind of like this guy that's standing behind me, but it's just like imagination. Keep the hip where it is, so you have your hands or your fingers on the ground, and so much you go, let the hips sink, but don't go to the front. Keep the straight line of your calves and your shins, and just lean back with your hip. And if it is good, stretch your arms to the front. And hold it a moment. Hold it. You should still kind of like, you can wiggle your toes, you can wiggle your fingers, make a smile. It's a beautiful chair pose. And engage your buttocks. Stretch in a moment. Hold it. Hold it. And when you're done, stretch your legs and bend forward. Forward. And relax your knees. Let your arms drop. Let your head drop. Let everything swing from side to side. If you want, you can also hold your elbows with opposite hands. And let the arms swing to the right and to the left. And also let your head swing. And keep a slight bend in your knees if it's comfortable for you. And let your arms drop. Your hands drop. And slowly roll up your spine, vertebra by vertebra. And the last time, swing your arms up to the ceiling, look to the ceiling, and let your arms drop. And swing. This was a sporty part of this power yoga session. I invite everybody to participate in a final relaxation. This is approximately 5 to 10 minutes guided, very soft and slow, autogenic journey through your body. If you like that, keep the microphone on. Give us approximately 1.5 minutes to rearrange a bit and softening the light. And if you don't like that, you can just like switch off the microphone and let this strange guy just like talk without words. I hope you enjoyed it. Give us comments or ask us anything, or if you need a private lesson under 4 eyes, or if you have a partner under 6 eyes, just give me a call. You can write me and we can talk about, or we can make a tutorial or a lecture or dialogue yoga training with us too. Just call me. And for the others, get a blanket, make yourself comfortable, have a sip of water beside you, and keep the microphone on or off, and let's see again for final relaxation in 1.5 minutes. Thank you soon.
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, buddy. You are best. Now, after all these sports and power, I can relax everything I just did. Flex and turn and twist and engage. Now I can disengage everything. I can let my body sink into the ground. Give it a heavy heel. Let's have a heavy leg. Feel your hips pressing in the ground. Even feel your lower back, your mid back, your shoulder blades. Even let your shoulders sink in the ground. Let your neck and head sink into the ground. And your arms and hands just like rolling to the sides where they love most to be. And relax your jaw, your tongue and your eyes. And relax your eyebrows and let them slip on the right and left side of your head, hiding behind the ears. And make a loud exhalation sound. If you are not easy in disengagement, try to make like And again, when you exhale, make a loud sound. And last time, make a loud sound and relax all the muscles in your body, especially your brain. I relax my feet, my heels, my soles, my ankles, my shins, my calves, my knees, my thighs, and my hips. I relax my feet, my heels, my soles, my ankles, my shins, my calves, my knees, my thighs, and my hips are relaxed. I relax my belly, my chest, my shoulders, my neck, my spine, my shoulder blades, and my vertebrae. I relax my belly, my chest, my shoulders, my neck, my spine, my shoulder blades, and my vertebrae are relaxed. I relax my fingers, hands, palms, wrists, lower arms, elbows, and upper arms, my hands, my fingers, my wrists, my palms, my lower arms, my elbows, and my upper arms are relaxed. I relax my face, my chin, my lips, my teeth, my tongue, my jaw, my nose, my cheeks, my eyes, my eyebrows, my forehead, and my ears, my face, my chin, my lips, my teeth, my tongue, my jaw, my cheeks, my eyes, my eyebrows, my forehead, my ears are relaxed. spirit, my head, my skull, my brain, my thoughts, my mind, and my spirit are relaxed.
Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om